Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. I am so excited to have you here today. We're going to talk about all the myths that are out there about AI, and I will give you logic and reason as to why they are myths and only myths. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for telling your friends, and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. I'm getting more and more excited because there is more that we are able to do with AI. The more I experiment, the more I learn, the better it becomes. And AI, they are improving it day by day by day. There's not a day that goes by that something new doesn't come out and something better that they're doing with the AI. So one of the big things probably the biggest reason most people stay away from trying to do a lot of the things on AI is because they say, "Ah, it's too expensive." Well, it can be expensive, but there is so much available that you can use. You don't have to make it expensive. You can hire somebody like me to do it for you, or you could do everything yourself. Most of the AI systems are only $20 a month. I did find one though. I just changed all my AI system over to I'm using a new one because it's only $10 a month and it includes everything and it has all the different ones in it. So it's not that it's too expensive. The expensive part could be maybe what you have to learn, but that's always something. There are classes everywhere. You can go to your local community college. You can hire a kid from high school or college that's going to be able to come in and that fast have everything running for you and doing. You'll be able to have it up and running and going, or you hire somebody like me that's got the team that's been put together, that's got the knowledge, the experience, and knows what to do. And we've done it for many people. And then, yes, you're going to pay more than you would for a high school kid or college kid, but we've got a lot more experience. We've got many, 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 many years. I don't even want to add up how many years experience that is combined in all of my team because it would be too scary. So it is going to be fun. It's going to be easy. The next myth that people come up with I just laugh at it because it's so funny. People are always saying, well, they're going to be low quality leads. It's not going to be good leads. And I laugh. The reason that I laugh is because AI is so knowledgeable because all that they're doing with AI, they're feeding it knowledge. And that knowledge is just reading statistics and reading books and reading information. And so there is nothing that is out there that hasn't been read by some form of AI. And all the books, the statistics books that are out there, it has read them, it has conquered them, and it knows what to do with them. I love statistics. I may be one of the few people in the world that really love statistics. I was very good with statistics, still am, but AI does it better than ever could because AI's got everything there at its fingertips and it just pulls the information and spits it back out. So it is not something that's going to come back with low quality. The only potential for the low quality, and that is my dear sweet dog trying to say hello to you, and the only part of potential for the low quality is if you give it low quality instructions. The better the instructions, the better the response. It's the old computer, garbage in, garbage out. You give it garbage, you're going to get garbage back. If you give it good instructions, you tell it what you want it to check and do and how to do it. And that's why we have set up things and we've got things up and working and we've tested a lot. We do a lot of testing because that's the only way that we can make sure things are going to work for you. So that's what we do with Rev Turbo. So, yeah, yes, you pay a little bit for it, but it's going to give you a lot more. And then the third myth, AI tools are hard to use. That may have been in the past. However, if you can type anything into your computer, if you can type a sentence in your computer, you can use AI. That's all you have to be able to do. You've got to be able to think of questions, think of ways to word them, think of ways to tell it what you want it to do. But that's the difficult part. That is not difficult to use AI at all. Knowing and being willing to work with it, to just play with it. You need to go in, you know, when we first started using computers, they came out with all these games and things that everybody was doing, this game and that game. The reason for those games was so that we would learn and be comfortable using the computer and knowing that it's not going to blow up on us. AI is the same way. You just need to go in, start testing it, checking it, test yourself. And you can do like I do. When I forget something, I'll go in and say, okay, what about this? Give me the answer. What's the answer to this question? I've got this question. What color is the sky? Why is the sky blue? And it'll come back with the answers for me. And then ask it, when I ask it, what color is the sky? It tells me the sky is blue. And I'll say, give me a reference point. How do you know the sky is blue? Where does that come from? And then I will check its reference point to make sure that the words that it is giving me are true and correct. That's how you learn to play with AI. You just play with it. You learn to use it by playing. And playing, you actually can have fun because you can learn new things. You can do new things. You can do silly things. You can ask it, what was the score of the Monday Night Football game? We are just getting into Monday Night Football, so this okay. What's the score of the Monday Night Football game? It'll tell you. What was the score at the end of the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, and what was the final score? And it'll give you all that information, and it's easy to get the information coming back. And it's just a simple little thing. It's nothing to be crazy, nothing to drive you crazy, nothing to drive you nuts. And if you want somebody to drive you nuts, you just come to me and I'll find somebody out there that's going to drive both of us nuts and we can do that. But that's not what this is all about. I'm not into being crazy. I'm into having fun. I'm into being profitable, and I'm into making sure that you are as profitable as you want to be. And so that's what everything ends up being all about. The fourth myth is, oh my God, it's going to replace all the human jobs. That was what they said back in the 80s and 90s, when even back to the 70s, when we were looking at all the automation and bringing automation into manufacturing. Did we lose any jobs in manufacturing? I don't think so. There's still a whole lot of jobs, and actually are more jobs because there are more technical things that can be done. There are more challenging things that you have to learn a bit of something new, but it's not going to eliminate a job. It's going to augment the job. It's going to make it a better job for you. It'll be a job that, yes, you may have to think about something. You got to think about asking a question. How am I going to word this question? How am I going to get the answer that I want? And then when you get a response back, you have to know how to say, okay, I don't like that answer. That's not quite accurate enough. That's not as good as what you gave me yesterday. Let's try this again. And how can I reword it and put the words in there and make it so that it gives you a more defined answer? And that's what's happening with AI. Yes, like I said, it will eliminate some jobs, not many, but it will. You're still going to have somebody type things in on a keyboard. Uh, yes, there is a lot of voice to type where you can speak your words into a computer, but there aren't as many people using that as it is available out there. And so you're it's going to become more, and people are going to do it more, but people are afraid of making a change. One of my favorite, I heard this from one of my professional speaker friends years ago, and I love it because it is so true. The only people that like change are wet babies. Yeah, the wet baby wants to get change, but none of the rest of us really want to do a lot of change. We want it to be the same as it's always been, make it easy. And so that change is not comfortable, but we have got to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. That sounds really weird, but that's exactly what we have to do. We have to become comfortable or used to the uncomfortable, because that's what's going to allow us to grow, to progress, to learn more, and to be able to move with all the things that are moving, with all the things that are changing. And is it going to eliminate? No, it's not going to eliminate. It's going to change. And so all we need to do is become comfortable with the change. Once you become comfortable with change and are willing to learn something new, then the world's going to be your oyster. And when we open the oyster, we're praying that we get that beautiful pearl. And we want to choose the kinds of pearls that we want. Do we want the black pearls? Do we want those beautiful white pearls? That black pearl is very special. That's a special pearl. Don't find many of them, but they're there. And is that what we want? You need to know where to look and what to do. And the other problem that everybody's so afraid of, and I still say it all the time, although it's getting better. You can always tell when something was written by AI. It lacks the personal touch. AI does not have feelings. However, everything is changing. And with all the changes, what's going on is we are able to train the AI. I've trained AI to be able to talk much like I do, to say things the way that I say them. Can I tell that it was written by AI? You better believe it. But when I take that, what was written by AI, and then I add me into that, and I add my own personal stories in there, and I tell the details about some of these personal stories, the AI does not know the details on my personal story. That is something that I have to put in there. And so you're going to find that AI, yes, is developing, is becoming better, and it will give a little bit of that personal touch, but you always need to be in there. You always need to check it. You always want to add that last little sparkle that is going to be you. We don't want to take what AI spits out and then just publish it. We want to take what AI spits out and then rework it one last time. Go through it, check it, make sure that you're there, make sure that it has got the engagement, the likability. Why do people like you? Why do people want to know from you? You need to know that. You need to figure that out and go with it. So those are 5 of the basic myths that many, many people are afraid of. And yeah, are there more? Probably, but I didn't want to go forever today. Yeah, I'm working to keep my lives between 15 and 20 minutes. So that's my goal. That's what I'll be doing from now on. And so when I write them up, that's what I'm looking for. And so what you're looking for and what you're wanting to do is to pull all the pieces together and create your own AI toolkit. Get AI into your business toolkit. You've already got a lot of things that are there. We now want to create either that AI toolkit or just add the AI in as a part of your total business toolkit. And when you do that, you have just opened up the door to do so much more. And that is what's going to make profits for you. That's where you're going to be able to scale your business even more and do better and better and better. So, with that, come back again tomorrow. We're going to keep on going, and I've got this laid out. I don't remember what tomorrow's topic is, but next time I'm gonna start being able to remember and pull things out and get that list. I'm gonna create the list, and so I'll be able to put a list out there for you so you can get an idea of what some of the topics are going to be, the upcoming topics. And will they change? Probably, because everything changes. And like I said, we need to be comfortable with change. So you just do that, take it one day at a time, work with it, and make life happen. And you need to decide, you need to make that decision to do, to have, and to be what you want, the way you want it, and when you want it. So if nobody has told you yet today that they love you, let me be the first. I love you because you are you, and that's what makes you so very, very special. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and like, share, and subscribe. And come on back tomorrow. I will see you then.